Good, good afternoon, everyone. I have such a special treat. And let's just start with this cheers because I want to get right into it. We have Marsha Gordon in the seat, Dr. Marsha Gordon. So I want to get to her like super quick because she's busy, but she's going to drop some nuggets. So I'm so excited to have Marsha here
And
today.
Sharice, I'm so excited to be sharing coffee with you. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Okay,
And
so
by the way, you can't see it, but my mug, which was given to me by a young woman that I mentored last year, it says, "We are strong women raising strong women, so need strong coffee."
yes, I love it. I love it. All right, so everyone, we have Dr. Marsha Gordon. Who doesn't know Marsha? If you don't know Marsha, you need to know Marsha. Dr. Marsha Gordon, she is the president and CEO of the Business Council of Westchester. Marsha, I am so excited to have you here with us today. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
I am good. I am good. So let's get into these questions, Marsha. So first off, tell us about your journey. Like, what led you to BCW?
Oh, well, it was a long journey, but I've spent my career really found myself in a career really managing business organizations and leading business organizations. I was in the Hudson Valley, but in the mid Hudson Valley in Orange and Dutchess before.
Mhm.
No one wakes up and says, gee, I want to run a business organization as my career.
Mhm.
So like many of us, I found myself going from education to not-for-profit to academia. But frankly, it was very practical. And early in my career, I realized I needed to make more money. I was a single mom. And I thought that working at that time for a chamber of commerce would be a good thing to do because it could get me into the private sector. Little
Mhm.
did I know that that would become my career. And so I always had my eyes centered on Westchester County. I knew the gentleman before who had led this organization, and I was pretty assertive as being interested in the position when he was about to retire. So that's what led me to Westchester. And I was very, very eager. I loved Dutchess and I loved where I lived and I loved where I worked. But I grew up, I'm a New York City girl, and I was very eager to get a bit closer to New York City also.
Yeah, so I consider us the best of both worlds. We're so close to the
Absolutely.
city, we have some grass, so it's awesome and so lucky for us that we have you here in Westchester. So, Marsha, how does BCW set itself apart from other organizations that kind of in a similar realm?
So we are very, very unique, and I think a wonderful organization with a culture that really embraces all kinds of diverse businesses, from the largest global 100s to to a solo entrepreneur. We're an organization that counts as our members 150 not-for-profits that we see as as contributors to the economic environment, and a warm and welcoming feeling when people come. And we really believe in that. And at the same time, while we are doing this kind of at a grassroots level, we're also focusing on the big pictures and really creating an environment in Westchester County where business can grow and people can get jobs and people can thrive, and where we become a place where people can live and work and play. And so we're focused on prosperity for our community, and we're also focused on profitability for our members to really come together and create economic opportunity for everybody. And it works. You don't have to be one or the other. You don't have to be just a business development / networking organization and not do the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when we are and you don't have to just do the big stuff and not really care about the fact that people really want a network and really want to create that network.
And one of the things that I love about BCW is, again, the membership is vast, but you guys do a wonderful job of making it feel small. You know what I mean? Making it feel like we're all kind of like that boutique feel, even though there's so many members, you know, with the ambassador, that I am a proud ambassador.
Yes, we're wonderful. So thrilled about that, Therese. Yes.
But it's just, you know, really helping to cultivate the different businesses and making it feel more community based. So that's one of the things that I personally love about BCW.
Thank you.
Welcome. So, Marsha, anything new happening this year? We're still at the top of the year.
We've had, last year we had a big, and we are continuing our big Westchester Innovation Network. And the Westchester Innovation Network is to really create innovation as the basis for economic development in Westchester. And we found some really, really cool companies that that from within Westchester and outside that are working with companies inside Westchester to embrace innovation. This year, and we're an organization also that listens to our members and then takes action from that. And this year we're really all of our members said that their number one challenge is finding talent. And so we started a campaign utilizing the Headless Horseman, who could be more Westchester than the Headless Horseman, as Westchester's biggest as Westchester's headhunter. So the Headless Horseman is always looking for his head. And sometimes the head, we started with the Pumpkin Blaze, historic Hudson Valley, and the head was a pumpkin. These days, the head is a groundhog, and next week the head is going to be a Valentine. So what we're doing is we engaged Larry Gottlieb, who's working with us through his position with the Robert Martin Company, to really lead this. And we developed a QR code that leads to a website, westchesterwantsyou.com. And we've had over 1,000 people go to that website and supply their resumes. And we are making matches between those businesses and those people and the businesses that are looking for people. And along with that, we're going to be educating businesses on what they could do to be more attractive employers to attract talent in today's different environment. So a lot of exciting things happening.
Wow, that's fantastic. I knew a little bit about it, but I didn't know all of that. So thank you for sharing. That's really some great info. That's wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. And we've had at least one hire, and we're close to a couple of others. So it's very exciting.
Awesome. I mean, 1,000, candidates, that's like really great. So we're very pleased. Good stuff. All right. So Marsha, last but not least, but I absolutely love this question because it's so important. I want you to think about, share some information with someone who might be thinking of starting a business, or B, someone who has a business who might be going through a rough time. So just kind of, share some nuggets. What advice would you give?
I think the number one thing is to have a good network of advisors around you, whether it's a formal board of advisors, a board of directors, or not. You need to have partners. You can't be sitting alone and figuring out what to do. You have to be reaching out, and you need to create strategic alliances. And we always encourage people, members, when they join the BCW, don't think about who you're going to be selling to. Think about who you can help out there, who should be part of your strategic alliance partners, who you can help, and then who can help you connect. And that's the number one thing that I would say. And we are really fortunate in Westchester that there are so many resources for businesses.
Yeah.
And you just need to tap in and lean in and find and be seen and see other people and listen and share what's going on. People, if you're starting a business, you need to know what that market is saying. You need to know what the market is. If you're having trouble in business, there are people there to help, that want to help others succeed. And all of us are part of that network. But we at the Business Council of Westchester can help businesses grow that network and grow those strategic alliances. I mean, the other day, Therese, as you know, I was meeting with I was meeting with a major location in the region, and they were talking to me about having a farmer's market, and they have a huge farmer's market. And I said, well, are you making money from your farmer's market? And they said, no, not yet. And I said, well, you need to talk to Charisse. So that, because you have you have a specific expertise that other people don't. You have many, many expertises. You were a winner of our Hall of Fame last year. And so I think it's those people around you that really, to be honest with them and to say, I need a little problem solving going on here. I need a little advice. And there are those that have other, just gets that network and gets those resources collected for you.
Well, thank you, Marsha. I knew you would drop some nuggets today. That's why I was excited to have you on.
So I loved having coffee with you, Charisse.
Yes, this was great. So everyone, Dr. Marsha Gordon, the Business Council of Westchester. It's been so great. I didn't even introduce myself, Marsha, because I was so excited to get to you. Charisse Jervis-Hill, Events to Remember and PR to Remember. So excited to be here, to have heard all of that great information from Dr. Marsha Gordon, Business Council of Westchester. Marsha, what's your website? How can folks get in touch with you guys? www.thebcw.org. Okay, perfect. I know you're a very busy woman. I'm going to let you get back to what you're doing. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for sharing those nuggets.
Thanks for the opportunity.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Great. Have a great weekend.